comic book fans, and welcome to another episode of Cammy's Comic Corner. I'm your host as always, Cammy. Now, although we didn't have a pick of the week this week, we did have a Fast Five, because there was a lot of good books out this week. Not really top of the pick of the week, top of the stack, whatever you want to call it, but still, nice variety. So, let's get right into it. First up from Avatar, we have No Hero Number 1. Now this is the latest Warren Ellis story from Avatar. Those two are like this together, and by all means, let's continue this little friendship, because Warren Ellis was always putting out good books under Avatar. And so in this No Hero Number 1, we learned that anyone can have superhero powers. You just got to go through a treatment, and only maybe 1 in 7 survive the treatment and actually get cool superpowers. Well, they're looking for new members of this super team, because 2 of them they lost recently. And, recruiting. That's what you do. So they look for people who are popping up on the radar. And one of those people is Joshua Carver. He wants abilities very badly. He's quite the acrobat. He can fight crime, all that. And guess what? He catches the eye. So, next issue, hopefully we'll see him in that transformation, see if the treatment takes, and if he has superpowers. Very interesting book. Warren Ellis, how can you go wrong? Next up from Vertigo, we have House of Mystery number 6. Now again, you get 2 stories for the price of 1. Very fun. We follow the barmaid Anne Preston, and how, before she came to the House of Mystery, she was a scallywag on the high seas. She commanded her own vessel, had her loyal minions looting and fighting for her, and it tells a little tale of romance. Usually her first love, like any pirate, is the sea. She finds one of the prisoners she takes from another ship, can play the violin, and he seduces her, and they become a couple. Well, in the end, it doesn't really turn out all the best for her. He's been trying to kill her and get back to his life, but she doesn't appreciate that, so she kills him. Very nice art. And then in the regular series, we get them trying to get out of the House of Mystery. So, good 2 stories for the price of 1. Nice art, nice story, yada yada yada. Go pick up the House of Mystery if you're looking for something new and original. Speaking of new and original, next up from Image, we have Four Eyes number 1. Now, this is being written by Joe Kelly, who's also doing another Image book right now called I Killed Giants. Very good, go check it out. But in Four Eyes, it takes place back in the Depression. We follow this little boy, Enrico. He and his father and mother are down at the beach, and he has a job. His dad has a job, because, if you don't have a job in the Depression, you're not going to last that long. But he has a job somehow. He steals baby dragons, and on one adventure, it goes pretty badly. The mom dragon kills him, but Enrico is left with a baby dragon. Turns out his dad worked for people who, like cockfights or dogfights, pin dragons against each other and let people bet on them. So it's a very interesting whole story of dragons with humans during the Great Depression, and now they're cockfighting with each other. Not that kind of cockfight, but like rooster cockfight. The other kind. It's kind of weird. Very interesting story. I can't wait to see where this goes. And, it piqued my interest. I thought it was very sad when the boy lost his dad. Next up from Marvel Entertainment, we have The Submariner, The Depths, number 2. Now the thing I really enjoy about this issue is you don't see any Namor. He's always in the shadows. It takes place in a submarine underwater. This professor is trying to go and find Atlantis, or not find Atlantis, so he can prove that it doesn't exist. All the sailors on the submarine are really superstitious. They don't want you saying Atlantis. They talk about Namor and how he is the destroyer of worlds, and we're in his area. We can't screw with him, and he's just going to kill us all. The professor doesn't think anything of this. He says, no, it's just a myth. You guys are crazy. But as we go throughout the issue, there's little hints of Namor. You can only see like the silhouette of him. It's very creepy. It is such a good book that I was so easily involved, and I wanted to be involved with it, and I can't wait till... It's only a 4-issue miniseries, so I can't wait to see what happens in issues 3 and 4. Something has to happen. It's just... it has to, right? And finally this week we have Batman number 680. This is the R.I.P. storyline, and guess what? Grant Morrison's finally made me kind of get it. Ever since the issue 1 of R.I.P., I've been just kind of out of the loop, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on, what the story is. He's lost his mind, something like that. But finally in this issue, I think I've kind of got a grasp on it. It's kind of like Saw, where people can pay a lot of money. Well, not Saw. What's the other bloody one? Hostel. It's kind of like Hostel, where people pay a lot of money to go and try to kill people, for fun because they can't do it in their real lives because they're a banker or whatnot. But in this issue, what really got me was the Joker. The Joker versus the Batman. And Batman can't help him anymore. Batman finally realizes at the end that everyone's in on it. His girlfriend, Joker, all these other bad guys of the Black Hand or the Black Love, whatever the hell they're calling themselves. But it was just the Joker and Batman that really made me go, wow. Grant Morrison really knows how to write the Joker. Bravo, Grant. Well, that does it for Cammy's Comic Corner this week. I know I seem kind of unenthusiastic, but it's just because I haven't had coffee. Really. If you want to be our friend, go ahead and go to myspace.com/Cammy's Comic Corner. From there, you can subscribe to us on RSS feed or on the iTunes by clicking underneath that banner. And remember, today is episode 49. Next Friday is episode 50. Landmark episode. Big shit is going down this episode. Contests, announcements, haircuts, I don't know. So, be sure to tune in next week for episode 50. You won't be disappointed. I've been Cammy. This has been Cammy's Comic Corner. Have a good week.